Hi, you're watching Floyd Steinberg's YouTube channel. This is the Amplitube X-Time delay pedal, and this is my Reface DX mini synthesizer. Let's see what happens if we put these two together. Here we go. The Amplitude X series was released in 2021, so you found plenty of information on the internet. As you can see here, this box is quite big compared to the Strum Night Sky, which itself is a quite big pedal. Something to consider when your pedal board is cramped already. On the back we have stereo audio outputs and inputs, 5-pin MIDI connectors and USB expression pedal and power supply sockets. And on top of the box we've got an LC display, some knobs for parameter adjustments and some stomp switches. Build quality is good and the design seems to take some clues from another company in this business. Let's take a look at the user interface and its knobs. On the top left you can change the delay model, and there are 16 delay models to choose from here. On the top right you can flick through the presets. This unit comes with 50 pre-installed presets and you can store up to 500 on the device. On the bottom left you can select parameters by pressing the knob and then turning it. On this vintage tape model here there are no parameters to edit, obviously. From left to right we have knobs to change the main parameters now: time, feedback and filter, which takes away higher frequencies from the delay signal, and there's pitch modulation too. Filter and modulation will, depending on the model you're using, change entirely different things, and I'll try to point that out in my walkthrough later. On the bottom right there's a mixer which will change the dry-wet ratio of the sound. Down here are the foot switches which will turn on and off the effect. The left and middle switch can be assigned to two different patches that you can then choose by stomping onto these. The right switch is for adjusting the delay time by stomping on it rhythmically. I will now walk through all of these models, demonstrating them by using only one patch on my synth here, so you can get an impression how this delay pedal sounds. And after that I'll do some freestyle playing, and you can use the timeline of this video to jump to the parts of interest. Okay, in the first part of the video I will just go through all of the models offered by this pedal. You can see there are 16 of them, and if there are notable parameters to change the sound, I will try to mention them. And the sound I'm going to use is this patch I developed on my Reface DX here. Sounds quite like a nylon guitar. And yeah, let's begin. The first one is a vintage tape. There are no parameters except the ones you can change with these knobs here. Okay, let's change filter and modulation. Here we have modulation tape. This is analog delay. On this we have some filters on the parameter setup, so you can change the high pass filter and the low pass filter on the delay signal. Here's the digital delay. Next is the ping-pong delay. The modulation knob will switch between left and right and left and center and right behavior here. Next we have the pattern feedback, which is a fairly complex pattern, and you can set up a feedback itself and high pass and low pass filters and gain and the EQ frequency, and also the next delay is dual delay, and the parameters you can change over here are the time for the second delay line and the feedback for the second delay line, and the mode. Mode is a serial or parallel. Next, we have the reverse delay. We're getting to the good stuff now. Here's the reverse ping pong delay. Next, we've got the swell delay. So parameters here are time and sensitivity for the swell. So let's change this. Let's make this a little bit longer. 1 second. Next is pitch shifting delay. Next is the harmonic delay. The parameters let you change the octave of the delay. I will leave it where it is, and the modulation knob will change the harmony of the delay. So we've got the perfect fifth here. Yeah, there's a filter obviously. Let's listen to this. Yeah, so this doesn't seem to work reliably all the time. Okay, so this is called dirty, and the parameters here will be the amount of dirt or distortion and its speed. Listen to this without any distortion. Now let's slowly increase the distortion. Next is a classic, a 50 slapback delay. You can choose the rate here. And modulation. Last but not least, we've got the octave delay, which will take your delay tones and feed them through a phaser, reverb and such things, so this will result in a pad which will accompany your playing. Let's listen to this, it's very nice. Can adjust the amount of shimmer here, the size. Oh, by the way, if you like content like this, and if you want to see more on the Reface DX or the Amplitube X-Time in the future, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you want to support what I'm doing here financially, you can become a channel member with the button under this video, or join my Patreon. Links are in this video's description. Thank you very much. Yeah, and that's it for today. The Amplitube X-Time delay pedal. As you have seen, this can well be your gateway drug into the world of super lush ambient reverbs and delay pedals. The only thing that didn't really convince me about this pedal were its pitch shifting algorithms. Those sound kind of brittle and artificial. I think industry primus Strymon is kind of ahead there. Their algorithms are just ever so slightly smoother. Apart from that, this is quite good value for the money. Prices have come down considerably since release. And if you shop around a bit on the internet, you will find a nice deal. And as always, thanks for watching. And see you again very soon. Bye bye.